Eureka! Our dear President Franklin Delano Roosevelt met with Prime Minister Winston Churchill and Soviet leader Joseph Stalin in a conference that lasted 4 days. The Tehran Conference, codenamed Eureka, was held in the Soviet Union Embassy in Tehran, Iran. Our dear President negotiated with the other two, and we came to a treaty to open a second front against Nazi Germany by June of next year. Several days preceding the conference, Soviet intelligence was informed Germany planned an assassination plot against the Big Three while they were in Tehran. As expected, dozens of Germans parachuted into the area. Security was tightened, and our chief of security went ahead a few days before the conference to make sure the Big Three would be safe. With our extended security measures, we scared off the Germans, and our president is safe.
Here at the U.S. home front, families were issued ration stamps that were used to buy their allotment of everything from meat, sugar, fat, butter, vegetables, and fruit, gas, tires, clothing, and fuel oil. Also, the war changed things when it came to race. A lot of factories and other jobs needed more employment, so it gave opportunity for African Americans to work with whites and have better jobs than what they had before. Not only were some jobs a new experience for blacks, it also gave opportunity for women, and a lot of the women started into jobs that normally the men would have. They also did as much as they could to assist with the war, like working in the defense plants, volunteered for war-related organizations, and more.
All right, let's talk about the Guadalcanal campaign. This is a military campaign that has been fought since August 7th, 1942. On and around the island of Guadalcanal in the Pacific Theater. They use a strategy called island hopping. Now, what is island hopping? Island hopping targets key islands and atolls to capture and equip with airstrips, bringing B-29 bombers within range of enemy homeland, while hopping over strongly defended islands, cutting off supply lanes and leaving them to wither. The Guadalcanal campaign is the first major offensive by Allied forces against the Empire of Japan. The result of this campaign will hopefully end all Japanese expansion attempts in the Pacific and place the Allies in a position of clear supremacy. The Allied victory at Guadalcanal is the first step in hopefully a long string of success that will eventually lead to the surrender and occupation of Japan.
On today's news, can people fight in the African deserts? Most definitely not. Is it still happening? Of course, because we're Americans. And, as it turns out, America is better than Nazis at desert fighting in the desert. We have completely destroyed their forces and resources. Hundreds of thousands of Nazi casualties, including weapons, tanks, and other supplies. Way to go. And, with the only people to surrender being 2 Axis officers, that has become a great success. Another great lesson to not play in the sand. So, cheer on our troops as they fight and win more, and to make the Nazis pay.